Okay, so far, I just took a razor knife and I cut this piece off here, the raised part, but this stuff, I don't even have to sand it. Look at this, it's just coming off with my hand. You know, but I'll probably sand it down. There's some parts that are, whoa, no, maybe not. But this has gotten wet a lot, and it's still good. Let's say, you know, like if you got this kind of problem where it's raised up, like I mean, it was raised up a 1/4 inch on there. It's pretty scary. I'm sorry if you can't see it in the video or anything, but it's I mean, it's a repair job where some might say I need a new countertop, but I mean, if I can finish this and it looked good, you know, for whatever I paid for that kit, you know, all together with all the tacks and the brushes and the rollers and all the other junk, you got to buy these too, like the rollers and stuff. A couple of these things. I mean, I think I got 60 or 70 bucks in this. Well, plus this tape. I already had this stuff. And a couple sponges and all the tape and plastic and stuff. Somewhere around 60, probably 65 bucks. Probably more than that. That brush was a lot. I forgot what this was. This 6-inch. I got this at Lowe's. They didn't have any of those at all, these things. They were kind of expensive. I remember I needed 3/8 inch nap, and then this one had the high density foam, you know, and it called for 2 brushes that were 2-inch. So probably $80, I think. So either way, I mean, if it fixes this, which is that's the only worst place. And then this little part came off the side. I don't know where the hell this is. Like I said, this is a rental, so yeah, it's missing half of it here. I'm just gonna go over that with it, and, you know. But I am lucky because it's round. I've heard and I've read the forums and stuff that the round ones, they're easier than the square ones are easy too. But that edge, that square edge right there, it takes a beating in a rental property scenario. If you're doing this at your house or something, it probably wouldn't be so bad because you're more likely to take good care of it because you got to pay for it. But anyway, I'm just going to fill it with that epoxy and sand it up and all that. I'll show you the progress. Okay, so holy crap. Yeah, so far this project isn't going very well. I ran out of Mighty Putty. That was all that it had. That was one full tube right there, and then I filled in the rest of the crack right here. See this clear stuff that's going all in there? Oh God, I just got the end of my camera thing in the, well, anyway, it's kind of like super glue. I just filled it in the rest of the way with this contact adhesive welder. It's supposed to be good stuff, so I'm just gonna let that dry. Hopefully it doesn't make some kind of chemical reaction and knock me out, but it smells pretty wicked. But I don't know if you can even see that. Light sucks in here, so. But anyway, it's full, and I gotta make that flat. I hope this stuff dries. Alright, moving right along. Okay, I've been sanding the gloss out of this old ugly butcher block, and all except for the big globby part right there. Yeah, it's setting up though. I don't want to touch it. But I did this part already and wiped it clean and everything else, and you can kind of tell. I don't know if you can tell on video or not, but there's no gloss in it. But the instructions said that this job, time needed approximately about 20 to 45 minutes. And I've been sanding the bejesus out of this for probably since 9 o'clock, and it's 12 now, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've been sanding for 3 hours, and I still haven't even got this backsplash part right here or the corner. I don't know what I'm going to do behind this. I mean, it's like the little bittiest, I might have to saw some of this off right here, so, you know, just like a wedge where I can just, you know, so much for the diamond pattern when I, you know, there ain't no circles in there. It's going to be straight up. Straight sanding like. But anyway, I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow to sand this. Hopefully it comes out. You know, I've seen some places where it's kind of dipping down a little bit. But at least it's sealed. At least it's sealed, and I'll sand that up. And yeah, I think I went a little too good here in the edges. So it is what it is. And I mean, I'm not even. I tried to scrape this stuff off, but it ain't coming off. That's like paint. I'm just gonna go right over it. What the hell? All the way around this thing, you know. I mean, I'm doing it slow and stuff like this, but it seemed like the girl that didn't sand as much as me, and she had a good, you know, rough looking, you know. This diamond thing is a trip. I think this is just like screening. But like I said, you know, this is my first rodeo doing this, and if it turns out good in this place, I'll do it at my house. But I'm hoping that it really fixes this crack back here. See this crack going? This is all full of silicone all the way back here. I'm just gonna fill it with that crap, and hopefully, because that's like where, you know, the wood meets the metal. That's terrifying. I mean, I'll put caulking if I have to in there afterwards, but I'm hoping that crack will be gone. I probably got shit in one hand, wish in the other, but you know, it's worth a shot. It's better than buying new cabinets or countertops, that's for sure. There's not very much here, but you know, it's coming out. It's getting there, and I think I went over precautious on this side like that, but you know, I want it to look good. I really do. But there's no telling. So, all right. Well, I got the whole thing sanded and deglossed, and it looks pretty good. It took me several hours, but you know, I just wanted it to be, you know, have the best chance of sticking to this thing, because I don't want to do it again. But yeah, but I'm just waiting for this to dry. I'm going to come back tomorrow and sand that up, and hopefully I can get it pretty smooth, and except that hair stuck in it. But hopefully I can get it pretty good right there, and sand it smooth, and lay the chips. But yeah, so the kit comes with this thing and like 6 bags of chips. I think there's a lot of chips, but it should be awesome. So yeah. Alright, it's the next day, and I just checked the counters and they're a little bit dusty, so I wiped them off again, and I sanded my giant place right here. It's got a few dips in it and a few areas where it's kind of low, but according to that adhesive, it's supposed to fill in kind of nice. So the adhesive stuff before the chips. But I'm just waiting for this to dry, and then I'm gonna paint the adhesive on as fast as I can, because you're supposed to do it 2 people, but you know, it's just me. So I'm gonna do the sides and the backsplash part, and okay, all right. I sprayed the adhesive on there as fast as I could, and threw out the chips in the chip thing. This is after I cleaned. What a mess. But it was fun. It's fun with the chips. Once you got all the adhesive. There's a couple spots I didn't get it real good, but I think it'll be okay. I went real heavy on the top and the sides and the back of this thing. The back of the backsplash and stuff, because I had places in there that I wanted sealed up. And then there was a huge crack right here. It doesn't look like it's hardly there anymore. And the one spot that was in the middle, that raised up place, well, I can't wait to see how that looks. But you're not supposed to touch this for 12 to 24 hours. So I'm pretty excited. It looks pretty awesome. And yeah, even this place where it was like the laminate fell off and it was just wood along this edge thing here, it stuck. Yeah, that stuff, that adhesive isn't as thick as you think. It says in the instructions, it's like frosting a cake. That, you know, it's like frosting a cake, but it's like frosting a cake with paint. You know, it ain't that thick. You know, so I hope it takes. You know, but if I'd have known that it made this much a mess, I would have taped up better around the closer to the doors and wider area, because the chips really get thrown out, and I would have done a better job taping this stuff to the ground, because when I start sweeping it started coming up. But as long as my countertop stuff stays, you know, we're cool. But yeah, so far it looks fantastic, and it matches my new floor and my old floor. So yeah, this is gonna make this apartment look awesome, which it was pretty awesome anyway. You know, it's got all brand new appliances and stuff, you know, and nice and clean, you know. Anyway, I just put this here because the guy already cleaned I had a guy carpet clean it, and you know, I want to keep that clean. But anyway, back on topic, it looks freaking good. Can't wait to come back tomorrow and just sand this crap and put the whatever that crap, the last container, the shellac or whatnot. Yeah, I think it looks good. Alright, this is the very next day. I came about 24 hours later. Well, 22 hours. But anyway, shits look awesome. Okay, not all of them stuck, but I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Anyway, I hope it covered the whole thing. It says to lightly sand, so yeah, a little bit didn't stick, but I mean, that's how it is. But it looks awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna sand it and go from there and clean up this mess. Alright, here we are back again the next day. I came back in like 20 hours to sand this, which according to the instructions they say 12 to 24, but no longer than 24. I thought, wow, it'll just harden up better, you know, if it's around 24, but dang, it's like sanding concrete with these things. I used the diamond thing. I cut a little section off so I could sand behind the thing of that, which it did better with 80 grit sandpaper, just real easy back there. I wouldn't recommend cutting this thing at all. I just use it the way it is. But look at this thing starting to come off. You know, but I've been pretty rough on this, but I've been babying it. I've been trying to baby it because I want it to last. But now that, you know, I know what it's like to sand this stuff, it's more or less like sanding concrete, kind of. It kind of comes off like that. If I'd have thought about it, you know, I would have at least brought my orbital sand, or at least for the tops, just the top, the big sections. Just that would have cut down time a lot and made it sand a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't bring it, and I just decided to use this and what it came with. I mean, that was kind of stupid. But if you're out there and you're going to do this, I would definitely recommend using your mouth sander, or your orbital, or whatever you got. Just not a one of those belt-driven ones, you know. But I definitely use the orbital sander on the big parts, and then you can sand the little parts with your you know, little sponge thing, you know, sand and sponge thingy and diamond thingy. But it's turning out nice. I mean, you know, like I said, this is my first time, my first rodeo here, and that's I'm at the point where I gotta vacuum it, but I'm trying to go like this and go like this and see if it's about right there. It's about there, so we're almost ready for the protective layer. But I'm gonna vacuum it, and this is all I'm using. I got my little vacuum with the. You definitely need one with the little bristle things on it, because I had it with the straight piece and it didn't work. It didn't work good at all. You know, because you gotta kind of press down and get a good suction going. But yeah, this looks tremendously better. It's kind of weird though, because this abrasive adhesive, the base coat, there ain't very much of that. I mean, I've got about this much left in the bottom of that thing, but look how many bags of sand I got left. I mean, 1, 2.5, 3, 4. I mean, you know, I'm not the best at math, but damn, that's like, you know, that's a whole lot more chips than abrasive glue. I mean, you'd definitely run out of glue before you ran out of chips. I guess that's a good thing, but I mean, 5, with how many bags extra? I mean, the can should have been one size larger than that. Like, you know, it just should have been one size larger. It just doesn't seem you'd have enough. Because, I mean, this is only, I think it's 8 feet that way. And then there's 2 feet that way, 2.5 feet that way. And that little thing is 20 by 24 or something like that. So, yeah. But anyway, it's turned out awesome. I'm going to vacuum it and start on the protective enamel stuff, I hope. If it feels right. Which I think I'm going to do it either way, because this is about my, I think I sanded it 5 or 6 times, the entire thing, from one end to the next. One end to the other, of sanding it completely and hard as I can, and sweating, and it's 70 degrees in here. So, yeah, which is cold to me. So, anyway, I'll get back to it. Okay, so yeah, here we are. I got it all cleaned up, ready for the next coat of the protective enamel and stuff. But I think it takes about 5 or 6 times if you really want to get it looking good, feeling just like the sample here. 5 or 6 times. You got to sand this thing 5 or 6 times. I mean, and press pretty hard. You know, I didn't press real hard on the corners, the round parts and the stuff here, because I was afraid I'd sand the chips right off. But these things stick good, man. They stick good. They are on there, and it feels good. All right. Okay, I cleaned it all up and just laid the protective coating on nice and thick. I just trimmed all the way around with the 2-inch paintbrush, just like the instructions said. And it looks like granite. It really does. I mean, I hope it shows up in the video as good as, I mean, it is shiny. Shiny looking. I don't know what they put in that stuff, but it's awesome. But, yeah, I got a little bit more left over. Not very much, but I figured all of it is better on the countertop than it is in that jug, because it won't protect nothing if it's sitting in that can there. So I'm going to wait a little while, and I'm going to put another coat on it. Alright, so here's the little grand finale of my video, the countertop transformation. It feels awesome, and it looks awesome. Yeah, it even filled in all these little area where there was stuff. I kind of went up over this so I didn't have to really caulk in. I probably will have to a little bit here, but it went all the way up the backsplash too. Just a little bit. I did that on purpose. And the back edge here, it filled in all the way around the sink. And it really did. There was a giant hole right here where the sink was raised up. It filled that in. But look at that. Man, that looks good. That looks so much better than it did. It's like, it really is a countertop transformation. And the flooring that I picked for this place, it really matches it. So anyway, that's my take on that. And yeah, thanks for watching.